Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another um, GLP-1 GIP-1 update. Now, today's a little bit different because I am not here to give you any updates on my journey on a GLP-1. Today is more so about what happened in the news today. This is just giving you some quick news updates and release that happened today while I was, browsing the internet and seeing what happened. And I just thought, like myself, there must be somebody who don't like the bag of reading and just want somebody to come tell them what go on. So I am the teller. So today we had within our space and within our community some exciting news because um prices on Zepbound have fallen via LillyDirect access. So what does this mean is that for those of us who are self-paying persons, meaning that we are paying out of pocket, there's no insurance. LillyDirect now offers a single dose vial version of Zepbound and has significantly reduced the prices compared to what the standard pricing were, right? Um, Always have to reverse when I come on here. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I'm Shelly. Welcome to Conversations with Shelly. I got so excited about GLP-1 and GIP news that you know, and for those of you who are always been here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking and staying. Now back to the our regularly scheduled program, right? So what has happened now is that for most of the time that we've been talking about prices in GLP-1 slash GIP-1, be it, Zepbound, Monjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, semaglutide, trizepatide, compound semaglutide, and compound trizepatide, we have heard about a lot of costs associated with this. And me are the first one for tell you no, this thing costs money, money and money and money. And I was in CVS pharmacy recently and I asked the pharmacist, I had my prescription and I said, let me just try for a second to see what this would be cost wise. And when she tell me 1200, what she tell me? 1200 or 1200 to 1200 to $1,500, and she was just off off her head. So it could have been more if she went to the register. But she said, "Oh, it's running us about $1,200 to $1,500." And you're like, for just one dose, 1 month dose. So the fact that we are now at a point where our standard dose, our starter dose as we know it to be, is ranging between say 299 to 349 per month is exciting because um it means that it is somewhere right up there with, and I won't even say it's up there with the compound version because this is a single dose versus the compound version where you're getting a month supply, 28 days supply. So with knowledge, there's power, and we are here to give you the knowledge and for you to know, use the knowledge to create a powerful decision or to make a very powerful decision. So the 5 milligram vial is now ranging between 399 and 499 per month, right? And of course, the higher the dosage that you go, whether you go 7.5, 10 milligram, 12.5, or 15, you're looking at 499 per month, which is heavily discounted. Of course, there is the refill within 45 days scheme. So otherwise, the price will be maintained at the high at what it was before. So for patients now that are looking at considering, the trizepatide in its true and untouched form, then you now have the benefit of some discounts to dabble with. And as I said in my last video, I always like the idea of having the trizepatide or the semaglutide in its purest form, albeit I told you about cost and the prohibitiveness of cost, which has caused me to compound. But if I were to make a decision that was not based on my pocket, I would certainly maintain Manjaro through and through because, as I said, I like the idea that I know what is happening with the formulation, right? Um, what does this mean though for persons who could potentially want to go down this route? It just means that you now have an avenue to get some amount of discount from what we knew it to have been, which is in the thousands, 1500, 1200 bracket. And until now, we have not seen these kinds of discounts being offered. But certainly for, self-pay vial program, this gives us something to look forward to. So it just means that for persons like that may not have a copay or insurance, and have some amount of limited coverage, then LillyDirect may offer one of another many affordable ways for you to access your GLP-1 obesity drug in the form of Zepbound. We don't know what is happening quite yet with Mounjaro, because I suspect because Mounjaro is more for diabetic control, which is what I was on, then it's more likely to be covered with your insurance company. And as I mentioned, a lot of the insurance companies are not yet up to date with obesity on the same level of that they are with treating with diabetes. So that may be what is really driving the decision to just lower the cost on Zepbound and allow Mounjaro to still be covered by your insurance company. So the lower entry dose, as I said, those will make the job more accessible for new users. And of course, the discount programs for higher discount help to reduce, long-term costs. And that's just one of the things that it is what it means for us. For me, even at a discounted vial price, I mean, it's still a little bit substantive monthly cost. I mean, this is just a one vial with one dose, a single dose. So it's still something that I will have to think about, and I'll have to go, especially with the fact that the compound has not, for me, not done anything different. As a matter of fact, I mentioned that I lost more weight on the compounded version than I did on Mounjaro. So, you know, but I can appreciate for persons who were not getting the insurance coverage from Mounjaro and now have an access to discounted rates on the obesity drug, which is the Zepbound version of it. So, um, again, it's just something for us to be excited about. Um, and I know that the vials are more, they're less convenient than the pre-filled pens, and we wanted to wait and hear what is coming for the pre-filled pens and all of that. But one thing is for certain, one thing is for sure, and two things for certain. That's my Jamaican coming out. Is that the things that are happening within the space, it's very exciting times for us. As I said, I went to CVS, and at the time, I think I went last week. Yeah, and at that time, or was it the week before? It may have been the week before, guys. I don't remember. But at the time when I went, there wasn't this discount. I was literally gonna pay $1,500 for the Zepbound, and well, I wasn't gonna pay. Let's get that correct. I wasn't gonna pay because you know me and the money thing. But I inquired into what the cost was, and I was like, okay, all right, okay, see where you're going with this. I'm not going there with you, so be good. And I'm just gonna go home and use my compound. But the fact that we're now here, maybe 2 weeks later, and you're hearing that instead of paying 1,500 US, you're now paying 400, $300. That's something that, as I said, is happening excitingly within our community. And I know when I was talking about it today with another friend of mine who is also on a GLP-1 for different reasons. She's using it for weight loss. I'm using it for diabetic control. And she said to me, there is nothing that would stop her from doing compound unless the Zepbound and Mounjaro come down to the cost of the compound. And we may just see it go there. So keep our fingers crossed, keep our eyes open and our ears to the ground. You may very well have that happening within the next couple of months leading into the new year. But I'm very excited about this move, and I want to tell you how I did my holiday, Thanksgiving, and all of that with the food and the medication. Albeit, guys, I didn't go out for a while. I see everybody saying, on the medication and doing Thanksgiving and all of that. Me take my shot same way, and me just have my normal life, because me not gonna make food and them something they bother me anymore. But I wanted to say something, and I probably will do something more extended on it, in terms of the new year, what is coming in terms of 2026 and starting the new year, right? And I want to look at regrets, what I regretted about GLP-1, GIP-1, if any, and what I will tell somebody who is still a little bit hesitant, still a little bit procrastinating, for want of a better word, what I would say to somebody who is not so sure. So I'll do that in my next update to you. I'm going to think about it because I don't want to just be randomly talking, because I really want to give somebody something serious to think about for 2026. Now, I'll be certainly going in 2026 on a GLP-1, GIP-1. That will not stop anytime soon for me. And also, somebody said to me, when are you going to show us how you do your shots, guys? I think I've said this before. I don't think I'm at a place right now. I may get there, but right now, she's not ready to show you her belly. So don't be coming asking me anymore about when I'm going to do my shot. And I don't think I'm comfortable yet doing my shot in my arms. It's just so awkward to do this and all of that. And I think the only way that I can do my shot is in my stomach, which I'm not ready to show yet on this YouTubing thing. So it will take some time, guys. I'm still, remember, there's still a fat girl up here. She's still a little fat girl up in her head. She don't get used to anything yet that will acquire her, come, notice what I'm talking about her like she's a totally different person. Yeah, she hasn't gotten accustomed to, being, I'm not even gonna say small because I don't think I'm there yet, but she hasn't gotten accustomed to that level of wanting to, you know, whatever this is. So bear with me. This is a journey for me, and I will take it in baby steps and strides. And of course, when the time is right, I always talk about timing. Whenever the time is right, I will take a shot and let you see. Maybe by then it won't even matter because you won't see the stomach. But that's just something that we'll have to cross. A bridge we'll have to cross when we get there. But thank you guys for sticking and staying and joining me on this quick one. As I said, this is another random one. I just wanted to jump on here to talk about the good news that's happening within our community. And once there's something to report in on GLP-1/GIP-1, I'm going to be here to report it. I hope you guys benefited from the Black Friday discounts across the different telehealth pharmacies. I tried to, booked one. My provider didn't turn up for the appointment, not calling any names because, hey, I'm not about that life. But I was very disappointed that he didn't turn up. So I don't know if I got the first time user discount. But I'm gonna try to reschedule an appointment to see if I'm able to benefit from this new telehealth. And guys, I am one to tell you, once you do your research and do your research well, I don't have no problem skipping from provider to provider. Come, let me tell you something. I'm about service, I'm about product, I'm about results. So any telehealth pharmacy that offers me these things, I'm going to go with the better of or the best of them all. So I will be 1 month something, 1 month something, 1 month something, or 3 months something, 3 months something, 3 months something. It's just that. It's just that for me. And this is the beauty of operating within this space where there's competition and you have as a consumer, you have the right to buy and shop around and make your decisions and change whatever you need to change as you go about these varying processes or different entities that provide us with our medication. So as I said, I'm up on my last vial of compound trizepatide, and I've been shopping around. I wanted so badly to get a deal on the Black Friday, but the appointments were just, I think maybe too much of us are trying to do it, so I couldn't get an appointment in time, and I don't know if it would still come over after today, Cyber Monday thing. But I'm here to tell you that it is what it is. I'll always try to find a way to get my medication, and yeah, so thank you guys. It's Monday, December 1st, and as of this morning, I'm 169. I'll give you the real updates um, on Saturday when I do my shot and my update on Sunday. All right, take care, guys. See you on Sunday. Take care. Bye bye.